everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Be Fearless podcast. And oh my God, didn't this year just flew by? Like it went like that, like in a blink of an eye, it was gone, right? But it has been a very good year, especially for the podcast. We have had a lot of support. Thank you so much for everybody around the world that gave us the support and listened to our content and liked and loved our content. I want to thank you, the people in Portugal, for your um, loving our content this month. Like you guys have rocked our world this month. So thank you so much for your support. Um, Now, today, I want to bring you a topic um, because this topic is really important. Important that we kind of like touch a little bit about it, like talk about it, touch bases on it, because we basically, when it comes to the end of the year, everybody start like doing their introspection and like analyzing their future, making plans and evaluating, reviewing why did they achieve, why they want to move forward with, making new goals for the next year. And we always going to the topic of legacy. But before we go into does living a legacy matter, which is our today's topic on the podcast, I want you to leave us some stars. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure that you leave us some stars so we can continue bringing you the content that you love. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel in YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and in every other platform like Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Pandora. We love when you guys give us a like and love and give us your rating. So don't forget to leave us a review and let us know what content you would like to hear in the next couple of months and years, right? So the point is that today, yes, I'm sorry, yeah, I had like lipstick. Mm, you can't see it. You can't see it if you're listening, but if you are watching, oh my God, I had lipstick on my teeth. I'm sorry. That was so funny. Anyway, moving forward, as we all know, we always think about leaving a legacy and talk about this topic, especially when we are sitting down, just setting goals and thinking about the future of family. What do we want to leave behind for future generations? So the concept of leaving a legacy does hold a significant meaning for many individuals. And its importance varies from person to person, right? This is what I consider important to leave as a legacy might not be the same as you. But before we get into the meat and sauce of what is a legacy, let's define exactly what is a legacy, right? Well, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, a legacy is something transmitted by or received from an ancestor or predecessor from the past, or of relating to, associated with, or carry over from an early time, technology, business, etc. So basically, a legacy can be anything from monetary, technological, a business. It could be something intellectual, from intellectual value that you leave behind for future generations. So basically, the legacy is not for you. Okay, a legacy is not for you. It's not for yourself. It's for other people or for following generations. Okay, so therefore, why is leaving a legacy important? What does this matter? Why, right? Well, many people consider a legacy to be important in like I said, it depends on your point of view. What might be important for me might not be important for other people. Um, a lot of people ask me, Dagmar, why would you care? Uh, which I sometimes I found this question really funny. Um, because I'm being asked, well, would you care to leave a legacy? I mean, you don't have children. Like, seriously? I mean, um, first of all, we have, before we go into deep, we're going deep of why a legacy matters. I think it's important to establish that even if you don't have children, your purpose in this earth, in this planet, is not only for your immediate family. Your contributions are not only for your family, are also for your country, your society, the people that you live with, right? Your neighbors, the people that will be here in the future. So because of that, because you don't need children to leave a legacy behind. um Guess what? Can you guess? You can leave a legacy. You don't have to be boxed within a frame of what society think that a legacy should be. If you are married, if you're not married, if you have children, if you don't have children, if you're single, if you're whatever. Okay, so why living a legacy matters? Because listen, we didn't came here to learn all the lessons that we learn just to take that knowledge with us. Knowledge is meant to be passed on, and knowledge can also materialize in many other ways. It can transform into money, can transform into a business, it can transform, like I said before, into an invention, something that you invented and left behind for future generations to use. So basically, a legacy matters because it comes from personal fulfillment. Okay, the idea of leaving a positive and lasting impact on the world or on the lives of others can bring a sense of purpose and personal fulfillment. So if you feel incomplete because you think that you have not done enough to leave something behind, and when I say something behind, doesn't necessarily have to be money. Well, you could start today to start building a legacy, to leave something of value for other people. Helping others achieve their goals can be something that you could start doing today. Providing support, like by clicking that link and saying, hey, Dagmar, I like your Be Fearless podcast. Let me click. Because listen, these videos are going to be out there for generations to come. Or we at least I hope, right? The content is going to stay there for generations to come. And leave a positive mark can contribute to a sense of accomplishment. So it also makes you feel like you have accomplished something, that it fulfills you. It fulfills that need to pass down information or knowledge, or just creating, let's say, a book of recipes. That's something that could be a legacy for other people to come. I mean, right now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm using this example because for many years now, I've been looking for this book of recipes from one of my favorite chefs of when that I saw her on TV. Um, uh, I'm from Puerto Rico, so I saw her on TV as I was growing up, and I always love her show at noon. She was always at noon, like showing, the recipes on TV. And she wrote several books, recipe cooking books. And I will do anything today to get a copy of that book. It's actually out of print. And I'm like, oh my God, like I will do anything. So just passing, just writing a book of recipes could be a legacy for other people. Like that exact book is actually from typical Puerto Rican cooking recipes. And oh my gosh, like I will I will give anything. I will pay anything. I'm like, where I can find a copy? Can somebody just like, sell it to me? I buy it. So that's something of value of that can consider a legacy. It can be a legacy for others. So living a legacy also makes you connect to other people. So it can be a way to connect with future generations, like her generation connected with me or with me through that book, whether through family, community, or a broader societal impact, like writing a book. It can create a sense of continuity and feeling that one's existence has made a difference in the lives of others. So that making that connection, like you went and like help other people, um, can definitely be something that can be a legacy. And people will continue to talk about it through generations to come. When you definitely do something that is of value and belief and that connect with other people. Talking about values and belief, legacy can be tied to the values and beliefs that are important to an individual. Leaving a legacy aligned with one's principles can be a way to uphold and perpetuate those values. Okay. So I'm sorry. So living something of value, like passing knowledge, like I don't know if you're a history junkie, but I am. I love history. And I remember when I started, when I was little, that I started a history class. I don't know if you remember, but in history, before reading form, we established a reading form or an alphabet was established. The way to passing down information was by oral information, like passing, like the community will sit or gather at one point during the day, and then you will have your elder sit down to pass down that information to their community. So passing down information, it is one of the most important legacies that you can leave, right? Something that is of value, that it is related to one's principle, a community principle, or a society principle, that can perpetuate it, that can carry it on from this generation to the next, can definitely serve as a legacy. A legacy can also uh, become a way of immortality, right? Because you're leaving something behind. You're immortalizing that value, that belief, that invention, that business. Okay. Like, hello, Macy's. How many years Macy's has been on business? I think it's almost like almost 100 years. I don't quote me. Okay. I'm not sure. I didn't Google that fact. So don't fact check me. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know I'm not sure, but I know, I mean, I grew up and Macy's was, already out there. There were many stores, or there are many stores like J.C. Penney is another one that has seen many generations. Coming through and have served many generations. That's another thing. Coming from a place of service to leave a legacy is also immortalizing, or a way to pass a legacy to other generations. Leaving those contributions that will be remembered and have lasting impact beyond your own life. So that's another reason why it is important, and does living a legacy matters. Personal growth and development, and I think this is my favorite part because I'm a personal development, personal growth and professional growth development junkie. Like, I love to read and improve myself always. And the process of actively working towards leaving a positive legacy can be a journey of personal growth and development for you. It is, it may involve, honing some skills, building relationships, and continuing learning, like continuing education, in order to contribute in a meaningful way. But it's something that is achievable, something that can be done. So if you're interested into passing down the skills, and living something of meaning, of something of that truly means something, um, you can do it through, contributing to personal growth and development for other people. And it can be something that is life changing, right? For those who are passionate about making a difference and leaving a legacy of often about positively influencing and changing lives of others. So when you're passionate about it, passionate about changing life, improving lives, see people like achieve their success and becoming fearless and unlocking their potential, which is the purpose of this podcast, you actually leaving a legacy behind. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that great? I know, I know. Um, so, um, you might be asking yourself, so how can I achieve this? How can I leave a legacy? Well, there's several ways, various means that you can use to leave a legacy. The number one is philanthropy. Number two is mentorship. And number three will be creating something that benefits society. Um, so those are ways that you can leave a legacy. Um, Many people may argue, and I know that a lot of people out there are arguing on daily basis, and I think it's because of the ongoing negative thoughts and feelings that people are having due to the state that the world is finding itself right now. Why? Why? Why should I leave a legacy? Why should that matter? Why should I do this? I mean, the world is upside down, is going into flames. Jesus coming soon. Uh, I have heard it all out there arguing why, you know, people should bother. But truly, despite the argument that the idea of living a legacy is subjective and that what matters most is the quality of life one person leads in the present moment is more important and is essential for individuals to reflect their values, goals, and motivations to determine whether leaving a legacy aligns with their personal sense of purpose and fulfillment. Um, should definitely be the reason why they should consider it, just live your life, just don't bother why, does it align with your life, is it gonna like makes you money or whatever. Honestly, I think that when it comes to living a legacy, it's not about the money, it's about the value of what you leave behind. It's about how you want people to remember you. It's about living the world better that you found it. I think that for me is like the motivation about for living a legacy is living the world in a better place of what I found it, of what was given to me, and continue to strive to help other people to get the motivation, the inspiration to achieve success and unlock their potential, reach new heights, become a better version of themselves, and not necessarily um, has to be with how can I say this? It doesn't necessarily has to make me money, you know. Um, I think that is more important, the value of what is left behind, of how I can serve people and help people to be better and become better. So, um, and that at least, um, what can I say? I think I have run out of ideas and words, but basically, despite of how the world it's right now in the state that we are right now with the wars that are, running out there, um, the economical financial status of what the United States is or the world is finding itself, despite of all the crazy stuff that is going out there, and the desperation of people. I think that if we inject some positivism into this world and live something of value that can help people to become better, be better, and do better, um, you definitely have fulfilled your purpose in life. And what better legacy than improving the world and somebody else's life. So I think that's all I have for legacy today. In the meantime, you guys, thank you for another episode. We are close to celebrating the 3-year mark of Be Fearless podcast. Oh my God, it's gonna be 3 years, December 22nd. So I am definitely looking forward to celebrate. I have not done a big event or something huge since I started a podcast in 2020, but I think I'm gonna wait until we reach the 5-year mark, and then I will do like I don't know, give me your ideas, comment below, let me know what you want to see in the next in 2 years when I do the 5-year celebration of Big Fearless podcast. When we reach that milestone, what do you want to see do for to celebrate the podcast? In the meantime, thank you again for being such an amazing audience and for your support. Don't forget this. Don't forget to unlock your potential and be fearless. Until the next one. Ciao.